I'm going to say something controversial. I don't think you're going to like it. I don't think the people online are going to like it. I think Triple H should be more of an authority figure in the WWE on screen.
Again?
Yes, again. And here's why. Okay, so my first reason is he's already on screen doing everything but on Raw and SmackDown. He's on the video game covers. He's Deluxe Edition. He's on Unreal. He's telling us everything that's happening on Unreal.
He starts most of
he starts most
of the big shows.
Yes, he starts most of the big shows. And he's also doing all the press conferences.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like he does media just as much as Cody Rhodes, just as much as any other superstars. So you see his face. And I kind of feel like they're just wasting the fact that we already know who runs the show. We already know it's Triple H.
Yeah.
So he might as well just show himself in front of the crowd and kind of make himself a character that maybe the fans get behind, like hate or like. Because I kind of feel like it's just a waste of we already know what Triple H is about. We know his career. He's been a heel majority of his career. I kind of feel like that's a waste of his character, and they could be using him better.
That's not a bad take because I think if you think back to like WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania 39, when Triple H would come out and say, "Welcome to WrestleMania," or do that type of stuff. I feel like if he comes this year to WrestleMania 42, he's gonna get booed so much. It only makes sense for him to be like an authority figure on TV. Maybe not an authority. Authority figure could work because they do need somebody to be like a all-seeing, overseeing bad guy. Yeah, that's what worked with The Rock, right? He was a boss. He could wrestle, but Triple H can't wrestle. That's probably the biggest issue with him being an authority figure on TV.
Yes.
But with him being the on-screen authority figure, he's reliable. He'll be on TV every week. He'll be there no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
Where with The Rock, he leaves at some point. It's like, oh, we don't really have this overseeing power or this guy that can stop you from having a match, can do whatever he wants with you, control whatever he needs, the storyline however he wants. We wouldn't have that with Triple H too. So I think it makes a lot of sense for him to come back to the authority figure. The only issue is he can't wrestle. That's like the biggest problem.
That is true. That is the biggest problem of his. But I kind of feel like for my second point, I think it's perfect because as a corporation, TKO is getting a lot of hate because they're charging up the prices. They're charging you see the prices for WrestleMania from like the last 5 years. It's been increasing a lot. But TKO doesn't have a face. Like you don't know who to blame at TKO. You might as well use that real life hate and just make Triple H the face of TKO. Yeah. And just have him be the person that we could take our hatred on screen because they're just waste because if they get booed and they're not going to change anything, right? Then TKO's not going to change anything, but you might as well use something that's in real life and put it on the screen. Right. And I kind of feel like, nowadays, it worked in the 90s with the corporation. You might as well bring it back now and have your own corporate champion. You might as well have your own corporation led by Triple H. Yeah. And he could be against someone like Cody Rhodes, you could be like, you know what? I kind of feel like this guy, Cody Rhodes is not the guy. I feel like this guy. And now Cody Rhodes has a whole mountain to climb against the whole corporation.
I agree. I actually don't hate that at all because I think WWE and wrestling is at its best when they draw inspiration from real life, right? Yes. TKO is a bad guy. Triple H is the spokesperson for TKO. Yeah. That's simple.
Because, back in the day, it was Vince, right?
Yeah.
You knew who to hate on. It was Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was the reason why Daniel Bryan wasn't, actually Triple H too, but Daniel Bryan wasn't going to WrestleMania. He's the reason why your favorite wrestler wasn't going. You had a reason to hate him. Stone Cold got screwed over. It's Vince McMahon's fault. Oh, The Rock got screwed over. It's Vince McMahon's fault, right? And I kind of feel like they're missing that. Like you said in the previous point, they need someone like this overseeing villain. Mm-hmm. And they don't have a villain. If you look at the heels, I don't think they got a heel. If Gunther's going to be a main heel, you might as well back him and be the overseeing villain that backs Gunther to his position. Right. And he might as well be a corporate heel. At this point, because I kind of feel like they're missing that storyline to have to draw people in with the heel. Because I kind of feel like it's always going to be right now is battle of the tweeners. It's always Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, and then the only babyface is Cody Rhodes, who doesn't really have a heel, maybe other than Drew McIntyre. But even Drew McIntyre seems like he's a tweener at times too. Yeah. So I think they're missing that heel. My third point is he's built for that heel role, right? We've seen it throughout his career. Yeah. He's been the heel. Yeah. All the way 2000s, all the way through the 2000s, he's been the heel. Him versus Shawn Michaels, him versus Goldberg, him versus Batista. He's the guy manipulating, right? Yeah. Evolution, he knows what he's doing. So I just don't see why they're just they're wasting that time with him, because I kind of feel like if he was up there right now, he could just be manipulating Gunther into the championship match. He's gonna be the next one for the WWE. Cody Rhodes, forget about you. Now Cody Rhodes has two people he's going after. He's going after Drew McIntyre and he's going up against the corporation that's trying to stop him.
You know, I like the idea of Triple H backing someone, but I feel like I like the idea of him backing somebody like Cody Rhodes.
Oh, okay.
Because Cody Rhodes is his chosen guy.
Okay.
We know he's his chosen guy, right? And if they decide Cody becomes a heel eventually, what cooler way is it than having somebody back him like Triple H? Hey, Cody acting on his own is cool too, but Cody acting with Triple H behind his back, having his back at all times, just makes so much sense because that's what Triple H has already done, right?
Yes.
Going up to WrestleMania 40, you could tell, this is my guy. This is my guy, my chosen one. This is my guy out of everybody else we have. So that's why I think if you're going to have somebody be your chosen one, Gunther makes sense, but he's more of like just a natural villain. He doesn't really need any backing. Cody Rhodes, he's a babyface. Go to the dark side. Triple H as a dark side leader is better than The Rock as a dark side leader because Triple H will be there once again.
Yes. I was going to say, like last year at WrestleMania, they should have just done that. They should have had the match where Cody Rhodes Cody Rhodes is about to win. And then out of nowhere, like say Triple H just comes in and he yanks the ref out. And you're like looking like, what the hell is Triple H doing here? Yeah. And then he could just go back on Raw next Monday Night Raw, be like, you know what? For the business, it was best for John Cena to win the 17 title because that's what sells. And then there you go. Now Cody Rhodes is facing not only John Cena, but he's facing the corporation that John Cena's getting backed by. Sure. I kind of feel like they wasted so much. They waste like his potential. Like
to be fair, Triple H interfering wouldn't have made sense because The Rock was supposed to be in the storyline.
But like you could just. It's kind of, you could just be like, oh, Rock sent Triple H and he convinced him as a board of the TKO member, right? You know, because at the Rock could be the final boss, but Triple H could be right underneath him, right? Like that's what they could have had. But then they just, because like they had to do something at that point. The fact that they just let it slide with, oh, let's just have Travis Scott show up, is not going to work.
Right.
And I think you're right, because I was like, in my mind, I'm imagining him, Cody Rhodes, first off facing the corporation of Triple H, and then him having an Austin moment where he shakes Triple H's hand, Vince McMahon and Austin style, right? And now he's a heel. Yeah. Now he's the corporate champ, which he kind of is, but like he's the corporate champ in a bad way.
The only problem I have with the whole thing is Triple H not being an in-ring performer. Because I think Triple H, like the best part about Vince being the bad guy was him getting his comeuppance. That's what he always say, his comeuppance. Austin attacking him. And then Triple H as authority figure, that was the best part. When Triple H had Seth Rollins as his guy in 2014, what made that Survivor Series match so fun was Triple H had his job on the line, right?
Yes. And
that's probably why we need an all like overseeing authority figure. Instead of, Aldis and Pierce are good, but they're no like superpower. They don't have superpower. They can't control everything.
Yes.
And they can't act on their own. Where Triple H could act on his own, and he could get the blessings of The Rock, like you said. So I think that all makes sense. The only problem is no physical, touching on Triple H.
That's the thing. Yeah, because like,
or Triple H could say, "Hey, you can touch me, you're fired." And that's the whole thing. That's the way they get out of it.
Yeah.
So then you got to go attack somebody else. Maybe Stephanie McMahon gets hit with the crossroads.
Gets hit with the bunt again, right?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, because he's like perfect, because like he's like controversial in the sense of like oh, he's meeting up with the president. About 50% of your fan base is against Triple H because, oh, he likes Donald Trump. Then you got him booking bad in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Now people already hate on him for that.
Booking bad and being proud of it.
Yes.
Being like, oh,
exactly.
we know what we're doing.
And then him coming out, this is a new era.
Yeah.
Like that could just be a whole meme in itself, right? Like him coming out like, oh, this is a new era with the new WWE champion. Yeah. Like it's just there for them to take, and I just feel like they're wasting Triple H at this point. Because what good do I get out of knowing that Triple H is pulling the strings in the back? Yeah. But he's not showing up on the TV screen. But he'll show up on everything else. Yeah. He'll show up on Logan Paul's podcast and tell me all about it. But I need someone like you said, an overseeing figure to like tell me this is the heel that I should be rooting against.
Right.
Well, if you agree with me, let me know. I feel like most of the fans aren't gonna agree with me.
You never know.
You never know. But subscribe, comment, and we'll see you in the next one.